Good morning. Welcome to Monday morning chair yoga. Every Monday, 6 a.m., although this time might be shifting to Sundays at a slightly lighter time, I'm in conversation with my Thursday night person of moving our Thursday night to Wednesday so that we can have yoga on alternating days of the week and not all piled onto Monday and Wednesday. We might choose to move one of the classes. So today's practice will be centered around the theme or the inspiration created by the Madhyama Sharira Mudra, which is the gesture of the middle body, to help us to connect with our full breath again, but this time concentrating on the middle of the body, so the chest and the rib area. It is also to help us connect with our middle body. So this area through here, the middle body, help us to release tension from our middle back, supporting healthy immune function, instilling a sense of openness, and enhancing our breath capacity again. The core quality is middle body breathing, and an affirmation would be greater openness in my breathing allows me to live with enthusiasm and vitality. So we're going to have a nice heart opening class today to allow for that. I'm going to put my card down, and I'm leaving my socks on today. I had my socks on when I went to bed, and I'm wearing what I wore to bed. Because I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so tired in the morning, I may as well be in yoga clothes when I go to bed. That way, when I wake up, I don't have to change. So let's sit in our chair nice and tall. Make sure that your feet have a nice, firm connection with the ground. And make sure that your thighs are able to be parallel with the floor and that your sits bones are able to make perfect, fabulous contact with your chair. You have your choice of chairs to use. This morning, I'm using a dining chair because I like how firm my dining chair is, but it is a little tall, so I always use blocks when I'm using this chair. So I always have Frankenstein feet in my morning chair yoga class. I could bring in a folding chair, but I just prefer this one. So let's draw our crown of our head up as we allow our shoulders to gradually draw down. And the more that we lift up the crown of our head, the more we lift up our heart, the more it encourages our shoulders to just slide back into that position of being back and down. So think of yourself, as this beautiful ballerina, at least from the waist up. And the way that they stand, if you get the image of a ballerina in mind, it is almost like somebody has taken a string and just drawn the crown of their head up. And they have this wonderful posture where everything in the upper body just kind of moves in unison. The head moves, the shoulders and upper back come with it. They go down, everything goes down together. So think of it as all connected. I realize this is focusing on the middle body, but truthfully, the shoulders, the chest, and the ribs are all part of the middle body. And that is what is aligning along with your cranium as you engage in this extension that we're describing. So as you drop the crown of your head and allow your shoulders to gradually move back down, start to inhale and exhale through your nose. And as you inhale and you exhale, initially you're expanding just the belly. Inhale through the nose again. Exhale, draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to incorporate your lower ribs. You can place your hands on your ribs to feel that. So inhale, and then feel your ribs begin to expand, starting with your back body. Exhale, drawing the ribs in, and then drawing the belly in. Inhale, expand the belly, and continue to expand the lower ribs and the back body. And exhale, draw the ribs in, draw the belly in. Inhale, expand the belly. Continue to expand the ribs. And exhale, draw in the ribs. And draw in the belly. Inhale. Expanding your ribs. And exhale, draw the ribs in. And draw the belly in. Let's do a final one of those. Inhale. Inhale the ribs. And exhale, draw the ribs in. Draw the belly in. And just sit for a moment and take observation of what it felt like to just concentrate on this expansion of these lower ribs. So we are talking about becoming a more efficient breather. And efficient breathing, you know, has many aspects and attributes that are positive. But one of them that we might encounter by really focusing on expansion of the ribs is releasing of tension. So when you have discomfort in your middle back, which isn't the most common place, but a lot of times people might get it from doing exactly what we're doing right now, sitting tall, perhaps without a support on the back, or standing for a long time, or doing a lot of movement and stuff with the arms while still, or sitting at your desk for a long time. You can develop this back tension. And as we have talked about before, the back, you know, the vertebrae stack on top of one another, everything is interconnected and linked. So, but one of the ways that you can help reduce the tension that you might experience in that upper back or that middle back is engaging in that purposeful inhalation and expansion of the lungs, expansion of the ribs as a reflection of that physical expansion. You know, think of it like, you know, they have those fun balls that are all interconnected little plastic pieces on hinges, and it can collapse down into a little tight ball, and then you can expand it outward, and it can be like the size of a beach ball, but it's all little interlinking pieces of plastic with little hinges. So it's kind of like that, you know, or you can think of it like the bellow of a fireplace, you know, those bellows that, you know, as you are inhaling, you are expanding the structures, which creates more space for that valuable breath. And so that can help open up and make the back feel better by allowing some space between the vertebrae. And of course, by bringing rich oxygen, we are always helping muscles and soft tissues to heal. We are always contributing to a decrease in our stress levels by focusing on the breath, drawing down our energy, drawing down our nervous system response, the parasympathetic particularly, which kind of is where our anxieties generate. So it has a lot of those wonderful, wonderful side benefits. So we're going to go back into breathing and now link it with some movement. So inhale, draw your hands out and up. And then exhale, bring them out and down. And as you breathe in and out, I want you to focus on drawing the breath into the back and expanding the ribs in your back body. And exhale out and down. Inhale out and up. Exhale out and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale out and down. This kind of breathing exercise also is one that people that sing do before they start singing as part of their warm-up. It's one that actors will do. It will help in relaxing the body to make breath more efficient, but it also helps in voice projection, which is a very important aspect of those things. And it helps in just overall increasing lung capacity so that you have the air you needed to carry out those notes. So I use this technique also for flute playing. So first I'll expand my belly, then I will expand my ribs to really fill up my whole body cavity with air. Okay, so now we're ready to move into movement this morning. Like I said, look for heart opening as part of today's routine. And we'll probably get out of the chair and do sun salutations for a bit this morning as well. We'll do the low lunge on the floor, but we won't do puppy dog. We'll do supported, modified downward facing dog. So inhale your hands up, expand your ribs. And then exhale them out and down. Inhale them out and up. Exhale them out and down. And then one more inhale out and up. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Don't go between them yet. Our back is just now warming up. Go ahead and drop your crown. Lift up your head. And then exhale, drop your crown again. We're just kind of warming up the neck. Inhale, lift up the back of the head. And then exhale, dropping your crown. Inhale, lift up the back of the head. Exhale, dropping your crown. And then inhale, lift up the head. Exhale, drop your crown. Raise up your arms so that they're parallel with the floor. And just initially get into that experience of drawing the crown of your head forward with your arms lifted. And I want you to feel where the muscles are engaged. They should be engaged around your scapulas. So this is firmly the upper middle part of the back. And you should feel muscle engagement from about here, so really dead center in the middle of the back, moving upwards towards the shoulder. Go ahead, exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, lift up, lifting up the hands, lifting up the heart center, still looking at the floor. Exhale, roll it all back down. Inhale, lift up. Torso is still laying across the legs for support, but we are indeed strengthening the back by doing this and strengthening our shoulders. Exhale down. Let's do one more inhale up and hold. Let's hold it for 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then exhale, fold it back down. And then inhale, let's rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. That's a surprisingly effective way to start to build some muscles in your middle back. And look for this week that we're going to do some poses on the floor of actually doing lifts of the heart center, lifts of the back while we're laying on the floor, which really strengthens all of your back body. So go ahead and take our hands out to the side and create that goddess-like pose with the arms. And let's just move back and forth, moving just the ribs to exercise the middle waist, drawing the belly button in, drawing your shoulders together on your back, isolating the movement to the rib cage. And just feeling that movement, waking up the body, waking up the spine. Sometimes this kind of gentle movement, almost like a little dance, it just feels good to wake up to. We do this a lot in our chair yoga class, I've noticed. Let's do a couple more cycles of that. Final move. And let's return to center. Place our hands on our shoulders and let's do some twists. So inhale. Exhale, turn to the right, drawing your left elbow forward. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left, drawing the right elbow forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left or right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One more round. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Go ahead and place our hands on our legs and let's loosen up those shoulders by doing some shoulder rolls. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, and then exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhale up, exhale down. Let's reverse that. Inhale back and up, exhale front and down, inhale back and up, exhale front and down, inhale back and up, exhale front and down, and one more. Inhale back and up, exhale front and down. And let's curl our back up against the back of a chair. A real nice exaggerated cat. Inhale, drawing your heart center forward, floating back your six bones. Draw your shoulders together, back and down. Exhale, reverse that order and draw your spine to the back of the chair, curling your shoulders forward. And then inhale, drawing your heart center forward, floating your sits bones back, bringing the belly through. Exhale, reverse that order. Curl your back to the back of your chair. Roll down your shoulders. Tuck your chin. And then reverse that, going into cow. And then exhale. You should feel, I hope, a nice openness of all the structures of the chest now. We've really warmed all of that up really beautifully. Let's go ahead and continue that opening of the side waist with seated half moon pose. So moving to one side of your chair to make room for your hand on your chair, place your left hand on your chair. Initially, just allow your hand to stamp onto that chair, which helps open up this area. Normally we tilt our head and you have that option as well. So you can sit here and just feel the opening of this shoulder dropping down, and you might feel it across your shoulder blade. We're doing it a little differently than we've done it in the past. And just breathe into wherever you feel that sensation to encourage the softening of those edges, to encourage that opening. Continuing to breathe in and out deeply, expanding the lungs, expanding the ribs. One more final inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your right hand out to the side, up alongside the right ear, and then curl to the left. Inhale, draw the shoulder back as you remain in that curl, and continue to curl to the left to open up your side body. One more inhale. Exhale, place your right hand down, scoot to the left, placing your right hand on that chair, and just again focusing like we did on the other side of releasing the shoulder by stamping the heel of your hand down into the chair. And you may feel it across the shoulder blade. I'm not feeling it as strongly across the shoulder blade as I did the other side. And that's how the body is. The body is different. And what the body needs at any given time can be changing and evolving. But we try to keep equanimity or equality on each side of the body. So treat each side the same so that we may help the body come into better balance, which of course is a metaphor for living, trying to live in better balance, better harmony, better honoring of ourselves, and in turn, allowing us to honor the world that we are in. Go ahead and lift up your head, lift up your left arm, go alongside your left ear, and then curl to the right. Exhale, draw your left shoulder back, and inhale, engage further in that stretch of your entire left side body, keeping your left hip tacked down on the chair. The cats know that I'm awake. They've been outside hunting half the night. They went out after dinner last night. Some days they just do that. I guess I'm going to have to get up and allow Steve in, or else he's going to meow at the door all morning. Take one more inhale. And exhale, go ahead and place that hand back down. Hold that thought while I let the kitty in. Come on, Poe. Come on. There we go. And you boys want to go in the bedroom too, don't you? All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's one thing about doing yoga at home. There's always an animal. Normally it's Monday mornings with Noonie right here, but my son's on a new interest of having Noonie in his bedroom. I don't know how long that will last. He took the dog cage down there, which is a rather impressively large structure. And why he wants to have that in there, I don't really know. He finds new ways to distract himself all the time. So now that we are nicely warmed up, I think this is a wonderful opportunity for us to go into some sun salutations using our chair for support. So I'm going to go ahead and move my blocks out of the way. Sorry, morning frog voice. And I like when we do it with the seat of the chair facing us. Some people that are not as able to go into that forward fold may prefer to have the back of the chair facing them and using that as their support. Standing in front of your chair, draw your crown of your head up, allow your shoulders to fall down. Find that nice, beautiful, strong Tadasana. Palms of your hands pointed forward. perhaps a very slight bend in the knees so that you can engage your muscles right above the knees, allowing your tailbone to fall down. As you draw up your body, your side waist starts to engage, your belly button pulls in and up, your shoulder blades pull down together and back. And the crown of your head is lifting, creating all kinds of wonderful space in the back of the body, all kinds of length, a nice free open energy channel for your breath to move freely up and down your spine. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, place your hands on the chair and continue your forward fold, having your forehead go on the chair. Inhale into that flat spine, lifting up your hands firmly on the chair, or lifting up your shoulders rather, drawing the crown of your head forward while you do that. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop your forehead to the chair and take your right foot back as we go into our first lunge, dropping our knee to the floor. So you don't have to be in a deep lunge. You can just be up high like this, or you can move the hips forward as we inhale, moving the hips forward, drawing the heart center up, drawing the shoulders down. Exhale, placing your hands on the chair, tuck your toes, lift up your right knee, bring your left foot back to join your right, and move into that downward facing dog. So as you move into that downward dog, drawing your sits bones back in space as you allow your heart center to fall through. This is our first one of the day, but the spine is still waking up. So find nice extension, but don't overdo it. Take a nice inhale, and then take an exhale. Inhale, bring your right foot forward, drop your left knee, and then rise up your heart center as you draw down your shoulders, moving your hips forward. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, moving that back in space, kick up your left foot to join the right. Inhale into that flat spine, hands firmly on the chair. And exhale down, placing your forehead on the chair. Inhale, rise all the way up, bringing your hands up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. And then exhale, swan dive forward. Place your hands on the chair and place your forehead on the chair. Inhale into that flat spine by straightening the arms, drawing the crown of your head forward. And then exhale, take your left foot back, drop your knee. And then on your inhale, draw your heart center up as you bring your hips forward. Exhale, tuck your left toes and lift up your left knee, bringing your right foot back to join the left, moving into that downward dog. Again, creating space and length without overstretching, since it is just morning, just gentle routine. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your left foot forward and drop down to your right knee. Lift up your heart center. And then on your exhale, perhaps bring your hips forward while you're drawing your shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes and bring your right foot in to join the left. Inhale into that flat spine, half Uttanasana. And then exhale, dropping your forehead to the chair. Now I want you to notice that when I dropped my forehead, my hips rose in the air, but my lower back stayed straight. So we're always going for the opening of the back of the legs while preserving the integrity of the lower spine. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. We'll do that 1 or 2 more times. Take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Place the hands on the chair, forehead to the chair. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale, bring your right leg back. Drop your knee. Inhale, rise up your heart center. And exhale, bring your hips forward as you draw down your shoulders. Take a nice inhale. And then your exhale, tuck your right toes, lift up your right knee, and bring your left foot back to join the right as you move into that downward dog. Maybe finding a little more extension this time. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, bring your right foot forward and drop your left knee. Inhale, bring up your heart center. Exhale, drawing the shoulders down as you move your hips forward. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes. Bring your left foot in to join the right. Inhale into that flat spine, drawing the crown of your head forward. Exhale, dropping your forehead to the chair, lifting your hips high up. Take a nice inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the chair, forehead to the chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bringing your left foot back, dropping your knee. Inhale, rise up your heart center. Moving your hips forward. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift up your left knee. Bring your right foot back to join the left and move into your downward dog. Take a nice inhale and a full exhale. Inhale, bring your left foot forward. Drop your right knee. Fully exhale. Inhale, draw up your heart center. And then move your hips forward on the exhale. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, place your hands on the chair, tuck your toes. Bring your right foot forward to join the left. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale, dropping your forehead to the chair. Inhale, rising all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do a third one. Enjoying this nice opening of the body. Gentle, gentle inhale. Exhale, our hands down. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Place the hands on the chair, placing the forehead on the chair. Inhale into that flat spine by straightening the arms. Exhale, bring your right foot back, drop your knee. Inhale, rise up your heart center as you bring your hips forward. Exhale, draw the shoulders down, continuing to open up that right hip. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift up your right knee. Bring your left foot back to join the right and extend backward in that downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring your right foot forward, dropping your left knee. And inhale, rise up your heart center. And your exhale, bring your hips forward, drawing the shoulders back and down. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift up your left knee. Bring your left foot to join the right. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale, your forehead down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair, drop the forehead. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale, bring your left foot back, drop the knee. Inhale, rise up your heart center as you bring your left knee forward, or left hip forward, sorry. Exhale, moving back, tuck your left toes, lift up your left knee. Bring your right foot back to join the left and extend into your downward dog. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring your left foot forward, drop your knee, and then inhale, rise up. Exhale, moving the hips forward as you draw your shoulders down. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift up your right knee, and bring your right foot forward to join the left. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhale down. And then inhale, let's rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. That's a really gentle, beautiful way to open up the body. We can return to our chairs now. And when you combine it with purposeful, intentful breathing like we did, where you're really filling up your lungs, it really helps to warm up the body. And by extension, you're probably waking up your morning brain. This is hopefully a week of not too much schoolwork for you as we are heading into Thanksgiving week. I don't know if my son finished his assignments. He was being a little crummy about it last night when I asked him, which is kind of the MO, the constant back and forth. I do my best to navigate through. All right, so let's go ahead and sit back a little bit. I want to do one more heart opening, chest opening posture. So sit back in your chair. This is a nice feeling. Take your hands out to the side, but kind of like you're swimming, bringing your hands out and bring them behind the chair. And if it's available, clasp your hands and just sit here for a moment. Just this passive opening of the chest because we've clasped our hands behind the back of the chair. And just feel that sensation. I know that I like to do this sometimes when I just feel like I need to open up my chest a little bit. Just opening it in a gentle way this way by holding our hands. Change the direction of your hands now. So if you were holding your right hand, take your left hand and hold your right fingers. And just enjoy that gentle opening. And let's release that. Maybe move slightly forward on the chair and place your hands on the chair itself behind you. You can grab the back of the chair. You can place your hands on the seat of the chair, whatever you choose. But draw your shoulders back, drawing your elbows together, and just concentrate on sort of pinching a pencil between your shoulder blades. And just feel that nice sensation. Let's do one more inhale. And And then on your exhale, go ahead and lay over your legs and see if you can clasp your hands and bring them up and your hands to the ceiling, further opening up the front of your chest, further encouraging your shoulder blades to move together. And take the tension out of your neck by just allowing your head to drop while you do this, but your legs are supporting your torso as you draw your hands up and overhead. And maybe you want to do some gentle nodding and shaking of the head to encourage it to release. Inhale, rise up. I feel a little bit dizzy actually when I rose up. Okay, let's do some final opening of the hips. As we've talked about, when your hips are open, it actually helps encourage the shoulders and the chest to be more open. So let's move kind of to the front of the chair so your sits bones are in firm contact with the chair, but there's plenty of space behind you. Placing your hands on your thighs. Let's go back to concentrating on drawing the crown of our head up, creating space, and purposefully lifting up and out of your hips. So when you engage these side body weights, actually feel yourself creating space down here in the lower belly as you lift up and out. So you'll feel some engagement of these middle back muscles as you are in this lift. So identify that sensation because we're going to repeat it again as we go into seated pigeon. Okay, go ahead and release that. Pick up your left ankle and cross it over, or pick up your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. And initially just sit here and allow space to be what allows your hips to open. I'm going to make a little adjustment of my block on the floor. So as you sit here, you can support your knee with your right hand, and you can support your ankle with your left hand. And to protect that knee further, you can draw your pinky toes back towards the knee, flexing the foot. But as you sit here, I want you to just draw the crown of your head up, lift up and out of that hip to create space for it to begin to open. And breathe in and out calmly and smoothly. Breathing into that part of the body. Take another inhale. And then join me as I hinge forward, leading with my heart. And I'm taking my time. I'm just moving my heart center forward. And as I'm doing that, I'm concentrating the stretch along the outside and back of the hip. I feel it also slightly in my hamstring, but mostly I feel it in my piriformis, which is that triangular muscle that connects the spine to the outer hip. And as I talk, and I'm not really thinking about this, I'm continuing to move the crown of my head and my heart center gently forward. And you find over time, when you just do this slow and intentful, deliberate movement, that your final form of the pose has you kind of close to the leg, the heart center close to the leg, but no tension in the lower back. And you haven't forced anything. Your muscles and tissues have gradually, softly released. You might also feel the stretch along the top of the hip. Overall, it's a wonderful way to open up the hips. And then on your inhale, go ahead and rise up. Exhale, place your right foot down. Lift up your left leg, crossing your left ankle over your right knee. And we start over again, allowing the hip to gradually open up by lifting up and out of that hip. You might find one side is more open than the other. This one is always more open for me. I was reading about that right side tightness. Well, I happen to be right-handed. I shift with my right hand. My clutch is on the left, so you would think there'd be some involvement on that side. But what I was reading was right-handed people tend to always be more tight on the right, particularly if they do a lot of driving. And that is tight in the hip itself. The leg might be more tight. The shoulder might be more tight. It's fascinating that the whole right side of the body shows a pattern of being more tight among people that drive. So draw the crown of your head up. On your exhale, start to move your heart center and the crown of your head forward. And again, don't focus on opening up, just focus on breathing. You know, this is always the time in class I like to talk because it distracts people away from this increasingly intensive stretch. Then you don't have to worry about how close you're getting. You can just listen to me jabber away and continue to breathe in and out evenly, allowing your body to do its thing, not forcing anything, allowing gravity to be your friend. And feeling good. And so, like I said, as you move into this, you discover, oh my gosh, things are opening up. And it's quite a nice sensation. And when you feel like you've gone as far as your body's going to naturally go, on your inhale, rise up. And then place that foot back down and observe how you might be feeling a little more open in your lower back, a little bit more open in the hips. Let's sit back and do our final meditation. So you have your options for meditation. You can sit all the way back in your chair and allow your back to press against the chair, allowing the chair to support you. You can lay on the floor and put your legs up the chair if you want. Yogi's choice. Either way, start to even out your breathing. Close your eyes. And just focus on breathing in and out of the nose. Focus on starting to bring down your heart rate. And starting to slow down your breathing. Try to draw your consciousness down. Imagine that gravity is pulling down your brain energy. Imagine it's like we have these lines that go across the brain that signal consciousness, right? But imagine that they're dipping down like a ribbon. And so it starts off straight and then it dips down, drawing down. And so maybe you've got like a big U-shaped hoop in the middle of that line. And associate that with your consciousness. Associate that with deep relaxation. When we are deeply relaxed is when we can allow for space for healing, for calming of the nervous system, for calming of the brain. So as you sit here, I want you to think about resiliency. So we are heading into the final month of the year 2020. And we have been in the midst of a pandemic going on 8 months now. Some believe it actually started last September in Asia. So theoretically 14 months. And we're looking at several more months. And so one of the ways that we become more resilient is we find creative ways to be in the midst of this chaos. We find ways to be grateful for what we can do and what we can use this time to accomplish. So this is a good time of the year to examine what things perhaps happened because of this pandemic. What opportunities might it have brought you? And how might you expand those opportunities once things are about to return to normal? So as we head into Thanksgiving week, taking on an attitude of gratitude, they say, looking for the good among the chaos, among the disappointment that we may have experienced this year. Maybe you can see the words of gratitude, maybe like leaves falling from the trees. Those words can fall from your brain and float around and fly in the air a little bit and then drift softly to the ground. Absorb them and their meaning as they drift down. Notice how many leaves you have that are filled with words of gratitude or affirmation. Notice that to experience this visualization of falling leaves, you have to have more than one thing for which you have gratitude. Ask yourself what that might be. Give a label to it. Give it a name. Take another inhale. Exhale. Start to bring your mind into the present. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. Maybe flutter your eyes open. What color is the world to you with your eyes open after having been closed for a while? Mindfulness means we are just paying attention to all the sensations we have in our body. And that's part of mindfulness right there. Let's inhale our hands up. Exhale the hands out and down. Inhale the hands out and up. Exhale the bow down. And then let's take one more inhale, hands up. Exhale, bring hands to Anahata, the heart center, the center chakra of the body. So this week, we have a shortened schedule. We're doing this class, Monday night meditation, Wednesday gentle yoga, and then Thursday morning, we are doing a gratitude and twisting flow to prepare the body and the mind to head into your Thanksgiving dinner, whatever form it may take. And then Saturday, we're going to take a break because I am going on a hike in Griffith Park with a bunch of friends. So as you head into this week, I wish for you that you can identify those things for which you are grateful. Whenever you feel a little stuck, just close your eyes and imagine the words of gratitude coming out of your brain like leaves from a tree, swirling and falling gently to the floor. The light in me joins with the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Namaste.